With class of 2023 having some of the most hyped up and talked about players in recent memory, there has been this well-rounded player that hasn't got talked about much and has simply been a complete problem on the basketball court. This is a player who recently has been causing a lot of havoc in Sacramento, reminiscent to his father. But despite all the expectations to the former NBA legend, he's undoubtedly been on a mission to carve his own path to NBA stardom. This is the Andrej Stojakovic story. Andrej Stojakovic was born on August 17, 2004 in Thessaloniki, Greece. Now, growing up as the son of a three-time NBA All-Star, Sacramento Kings legend, and NBA champion, Andrej really wasn't into basketball like that. In fact, his mother wasn't too high on her son playing basketball due to the pressure he would have to face being Paige's son. And earlier on, he gravitated more towards soccer, as in Greece that was the more so popular sport. But once the family touched down in Sacramento, he became intrigued, seeing his father get all the recognition, especially when signing autographs. But it wasn't until well after his father retired from playing professional basketball that he really started to take basketball serious. And that was towards the end of his freshman year of high school during COVID. Now, he played on the JV team, and from his play on the court, he truthfully just didn't have things together quite yet. In fact, standing at barely just 6 foot at that time, he was quite frustrated, especially due to the fact that his younger sister was taller than him. But around this time is when he would push himself in the weight room, but also started studying different types of film and basically became just more immune to the game of basketball. And once his dad really started to find out that he really wanted it, from there he took it upon himself on the daily to take his son under his wing. Andrej and Paige would spend countless hours sharpening up his jumper, his footwork, but also wanted to have his own original twist and style to his game, despite everyone always comparing him to his father. Even though his story would always be tied to his father's, he just became more and more motivated to truly write his own story on the basketball court. And by just his sophomore year, while attending Jesuit High School in Sacramento, California, he received his first offer from Cal Poly. But still, he really wasn't the man on the court. The offense really wasn't ran through him yet and wasn't nearly as dynamic as a scorer he would soon turn into be. But he just kept wanting better for himself, which made him put in the extra work. He started to become one of the first to arrive to practices on the daily. Andrej really sprouted up and went from 6 foot in his freshman year to 6'6" by the time he was 16. And as he continued to grow in his astonishing new frame, his confidence just skyrocketed, and out of nowhere he was dunking everything. It became clear at around this time that he would no longer be that undersized kid that would be standing in the corner waiting to catch and shoot. And by the time he hit the 11th grade, he just kept developing and stayed laser focused. Now, just like his dad, Andrej is a catch and shoot sniper, but he's always had the mindset to create his own unique style of play, and more times than not, it really has caught a lot of people off guard. From his athleticism to his elite ball handling at his size, he really kept improving during his junior season and had a very mature type play style in his game. Nothing too flashy, but he was very effective. The way he was able to play at his own pace and not get fazed by anybody really made him a true problem. That season, he averaged roughly 25 points, 9 rebounds, but also went on to have a very successful summer circuit while suiting up for the Compton Magic, because despite it being the very first time he had ever played in that AAU circuit, he did not disappoint. Not only did he work his way up and became a 4-star recruit, he earned some big time offers like Kentucky, Kansas, and Louisville, just to name a few. Now, in his senior season, he just continued to make big strides, which earned him to be the 3rd boys basketball player in the Sacramento area to be named a McDonald's All-American. Now, he's made the decision to sign a letter of intent to play basketball at Stanford University. Andrej Stojakovic, despite being a late bloomer to the game of basketball, really took time to improve on all aspects of his game, which has no doubt allowed him to go from not being on anybody's radar to becoming a McDonald's All-American in the span of just a year.
Yeah, it just shows that the work shows. Just trusted my process. Wasn't worrying about what other kids in my class were doing. Just try to get better and the best player I could be. But it's all a blessing, so I'm super proud.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Andrej Stojakovic story.